Good day everyone. Today we will be tackling about the re-engineering of cycle time reduction at Procter & Gamble. So let me take you through the brief history of Procter & Gamble. P&G is an American multinational consumer goods corporation. They provide branded packaged goods to its consumers around the world. It is headquartered at Cincinnati, Ohio, United States. Then how it was started? When two brother-in-laws, William Procter, who is a British candle maker, and James Gamble, who is an Irish soap maker, became business partners on a suggestion of their wife's father. They formed and formalized the company on October 31, 1837. The company prospered during the 19th century. Then in 1859, their sales reached $1 million. By this point, approximately 80 employees work for Gamble and Procter. Procter and Gamble. Also, during Civil War, the company won contracts to supply the Union Army with soap and Gamble, which is very important needs that time. In 1879, Gamble's son used his chemistry knowledge to create an expensive yet high quality soap. This soap is called ivory soap. Then in 1924, P&G is one of the first to create market research department to study consumer preferences and their buying habits. Later on, in 1937, their sales reached $230 million. Then the crest is introduced in 1955, which is the first toothpaste with fluoride clinically proven to fight cavities. During 1961, cloth diapers were replaced by Pampers. Then in 1980, the P&G sales arise and reach $10 billion. Then in 2002, they developed naturally feminine pads especially to meet the needs of low-income women at Latin America. Then in 2005, the company expands and operates to more than 20 million stores across the world. High-frequency stores represent a particular opportunity in fast-growing, low-income markets. Then last year, 2019, their net sales was $67.7 billion. Then today, P&G or Procter & Gamble is still growing and evolving. They operate in 80 countries and employs more than 100,000 people. And their major brands include Pampers, Tide, Crest, and Head & Shoulder, and many more.
The previous process of Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble has defined an inventory management process that has significantly reduced its total inventory investment. Procter & Gamble has achieved two-step change improvement in inventory levels. So the first improvement came from the broad application of spreadsheet-based inventory models. The work began with the single-stage inventory models designed by Procter & Gamble's Operations Research Group and implemented in spreadsheets that planners can use directly. To this day, these spreadsheet tools drive 60% of Procter & Gamble's business. The single-stage models have created a common language for inventory discussions in the supply chain functions. Planners have become more aware of the role and influence of the various inventory building blocks. So the second improvement is the multi-echelon inventory software. For more complex supply chain networks, multi-echelon inventory models have replaced the single-stage models, producing additional average inventory reductions of 7%. These multi-echelon models now drive 30% of Procter & Gamble's business. In 2009, these tools, implemented through a well-coordinated planning community, were instrumental in driving $1.5 billion in cash savings while maintaining or increasing its service levels. These details show how Procter & Gamble implemented advanced inventory optimization in more than 90% of its business to reduce its inventory investment significantly over the past 10 years.
So let us proceed to the implementation of the tools and techniques used for quality improvement. First is the layout design and strategy. The Procter & Gamble Company addresses layout design and strategy through real-time data. The objective in this strategic decision area of operations management is to optimize the flow of resources and information to support the consumer goods business. For example, internal business processes are grouped according to the divisions in the corporate structure. The aim is to support P&G's employees' productivity. Also, Procter & Gamble's operations management approach for this strategic decision area adapts to available spaces, considering variations in the facilities and regulations. Next is supply chain management. This strategic decision area of operations management has the objective of strategically aligning an effective supply chain that supports Procter & Gamble's consumer goods business. The condition of the supply chain determines the capabilities of the company in terms of productivity and capacity. In this regard, Procter & Gamble's operations managers prioritize external and internal factors that significantly influence the supply chain. The company aims to minimize the negative operational effects of these factors on productivity. Thus, the company uses data on external conditions and internal conditions to address such challenges and to fulfill the operations management objectives in this strategical decision area. Next is the inventory management. For inventory management, Procter & Gamble's operations management team focuses on the objective of matching inventory and organizational needs. It states that the company considers consumers, suppliers, and business productivity in this strategic decision area. For example, the activities of retailers influence P&G's operations management decisions in this strategic area. The method of Procter & Gamble applies for inventory management include the periodic method and the first-in, first-out method, wherein it minimizes the spoilage of raw materials and consumer goods. Procter & Gamble's operations managers also use buffer inventory to address sudden fluctuations in market demand.
Scheduling. In this strategic decision, our Procter & Gamble's objective is to develop and implement short-term and intermediate operational schedule for optimum utilization of resources to support business needs. So here we can see that the approach to operational management involves fixed schedules for most of P&G's corporate offices. Also, it is said there that there is a rotating variable schedules in some facilities. An example here is the employees stick to their fixed schedules for data processing and analysis. These rotating schedules are variable to enable P&G to correspondingly vary its productivity as a way of addressing changes in market demand for consumer goods. Next is maintenance. P&G has the objective of maintaining effective and adequate process in this strategic decision area of operations management in consideration of productivity and capacity demand and resources. Here, Procter & Gamble's operation managers maintain dedicated personnel for each process. For example, for problems involving the supply chain, the company has a dedicated team that specializes in supply chain management. This ensures continuity in P&G's operation management policies and strategies. leading to consistency and productivity and output of the consumer goods and business.
Next, the results are the P&G results from the implementation of Reengineering process. So first, Electronic Data Interchange Program or the EDI program. So here, it led us to the better service, reduce inventory levels, and labor cost savings. So the ADI makes it possible to minimize or even eliminate the manual steps involved in transfer of information. That's for example from the seller's computer to the customer computer. So since the adaptation of modernization in electronic, it became easier for us to move frequently in terms of passing the message and information to someone face to face. So there is an alternative way for it, which is through technology and electronic gadgets, wherein it causes less hassle and effort in disseminating needed information. So second, extensive improvement in manufacturing and planning processes. So here, the materials, equipment, and human resources are available whenever and wherever needed. So with the use of effective scheduling and planning, they will be able to save on labor costs, speed up processes, reduce waste, optimize equipment utility, and ensure the timeliness in meeting consumer needs. So therefore, it is important for manufacturers to optimize their production planning. Third, switch from brand management to category management. So the brand management strategy is toward maximizing the profit of a single brand, and the category management policy tries to maximize the overall profitability of the entire product line. So they provide branded products and services so that the value improve the lives of the world's consumers now and for generations to come. Next, the P&G drove the grocery channel transformation. So here, they own multiple brands. So, and the P&G products have made a name for themselves by combining what's needed and what's possible. So here, the Procter and Gamble has a marketing mix that utilizes various channels to maximize market penetration. So in the case of Procter and Gamble, the corporate vision statement emphasizes leadership in the global market, and the mission highlights quality and value as the foundation for ensuring business success. So this aims to require strategies for achieving leadership in the organization and leadership in the industry environment. So as this aims for better outcomes, improved quality, and better savings.